Hello everyone, this is CJ over 992 and today we are back with another brand new episode of the Spfl show. Now apologies if you caught me doing a very high volume scream there. I was actually trying to hype myself up for the show and I don't know if you caught the start of that there. Hopefully it's already do. But as you can see, we've got the two boys with us as always, Mr. Sharpdiv himself. Div, chat, Div.
Unfortunately, I've been demoted to the bottom tier yet again.
But Central.
I think it's a punishment for lack of uploads. That's the only explanation that I can give. It must be. You're not worthy. That's the impression I'm getting right now. That didn't sound right.
No, well.
Okay, moving on.
Starting off strong. But as you might see over there, if I'm pointing the right direction, depending how it's flipped, Gogsy, you can actually see his face now. Better internet. Hello, Gogsy.
Please don't change
I've now got up to 240p, lads, so it's all good.
Up there, man. We're on our way. Can you turn your volume up just a little bit, Gogsy? Or is it me? I get me actually.
Try.
Actually, it's me, mate. I've got you doing at 12.
Just watch what tab you turn the volume up in, though, Gogsy.
We've been there before, eh? The wank tissue. But anyway, a lot of people's asking me what Ryan Mummonate is. He thankfully has a college assignment that he's been called into and he couldn't change it. Trust me, when I say this, he wanted to be here. Let's make that very clear. But unfortunately, it could not be moved. So shout out to Ryan's college. Really appreciate that. And I'll send that professor money on tomorrow. So we'll send it over. But that's why Ryan's not here. But there's actually so much to talk about, believe it or not. Not too many goals in certain matches, but there is football to talk about. A lot of incidents, a lot of referee calls, wrong, right. Let's get into it. We'll start with yourself, Sharpdiv, as you're down at the bottom. I know you're feeling down here, so I'll let you go first and you can pick the game, son.
I would like to start with a game that happened on the Sunday. It was a 0-0.
Oh, Christ.
Of course. Let's get it out of the way. It was St Mirren 0, Aberdeen 0. Not a great game of football. The game for me, I watched it. I thought it was destined for a draw for the word go. Mm-hmm. Although there was a couple of opportunities in the match. It was more down to decisions, I thought, for the referee, whether it was a penalty or whether it wasn't. There was a massive key opportunity for St Mirren just before half-time where Dylan McGeoch, who I believe is still finding his fitness after not playing a lot, plays the ball straight into Obika's path. And Obika this time has got time to think of it. Maybe if Obika had maybe if Dylan McGeoch had smashed the ball straight at Obika's full dome, it may have hit the back of the net. But, he was actually really unlucky. He makes good connection with it, comes off the post. And then after that, going into the second half, there was not a lot to talk about. But just before that incident, there was a tug on Sam Cosgrove, which there's potential whether that was a penalty. Was it not a penalty? I would like to start with Gogsy, actually, in his opinion, because, he is the technical referee. We probably won't get into a natural silhouette in this conversation, but Gogsy, please, can you let us know if you believe that was a penalty on Sam Cosgrove?
I'm just trying to look through it now. And
brilliant, so you've not seen it. Oh, okay. Brilliant refereeing.
So he is just like a Scottish referee then.
Gogsy's he's just that guy.
I'm not convinced. Nah.
You're not?
Oh, I did do my homework. I just didn't think that was much to give a penalty, so yeah.
It's a fucking scathing review of your question there, Div. That's what it is. He's fired back at you. He's like, what have you been asking me that for?
He's criticising me. He's criticising me.
I'm not criticising anyone. I just didn't think that was a penalty.
You can actually see in the comments, Aidan saying never a pen, Jonathan says pen all day, nae pens are coming in, yet we're getting some other pen comments in there as well. So it looks like it's mixed in the chat, so thank you for getting involved. Me personally, I think they're both at it. And Cosgrove's very, very clever because he waits till he gets inside the box and then throws himself down. Like, he could have dropped at any point there, and it's a foul, like if he initially, like when the first initial grab was, but he kind of drags him into the box, and the second he gets in the box, he goes and drops in. So I think it's clever centre forward play, but I agree with the referee on this case. I
believe it is a penalty every day of the week and twice on Sunday. He pulls him back. It just does. He pulls him back, and we've seen already a penalty given for probably a softer incident. So the defender is wrong side. Sam Cosgrove making a dart and run into the box. He's pulling on his waist. He's nowhere near anything. for me, it's a penalty. Cosgrove does go down on the contact. I think it's a penalty. But at the end of the day, if you're an Aberdeen fan, you're probably thinking you should have enough at St Mirren to create more than just a couple of instances where it could have been a penalty or it couldn't have been a penalty. But for me, I think it's a pen.
You just see, it's amazing watching the comments. I've never seen such a mix. Have you seen what's coming up on the screen?
Aye, no pen, yes pen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of them ones. You've also got Mark Menzies, the channel legend, saying 100% pen. There's a clear tug. So it's one of the ends that you probably look back new on, but I just feel like Cosgrove should probably be stronger there. But it's just the game of football, man. It's the whole point now. We need to talk about this incident in such great detail because there wasn't equality. We talked about Big Obi, the channel legend, hitting the inside of the post. Unfortunately, never hit off him. But there was a penalty incident at the very end of the game as well for Aberdeen. So let's talk about that right now because when I first seen it, I'm going to be honest, I thought it was should have been a penalty because it's a punted ball into the box. McKenna tries an overhead kick and it clearly hits the St Mirren defender's arm, which is outside his natural silhouette, as Gogsy likes to say every week on this show.
That's what I was going to say.
But when actually watching it back, and I've got to give a shout to someone on Twitter as well. I'll find your thingy before the end of the show, mate. You actually tell me to watch the replay back again and watch how McKenna brings the ball down. And McKenna actually handballs it first, so I think the referee has got this absolutely spot on, whether it's the letter of the law or no. He brings it in with his hand. There is a handball. The referee doesn't give it because he's based on handballed it. So it's a weird call by the referee, but I think he's weirdly got it right by not giving it. What about yourself, Dave?
So in my notes, I've got 2 penalties to Aberdeen, but as you if you alluded to just before the show started, there was a handball in the run up to the second handball by the St Mirren player. So if you are going with the letter of the law, it should have been given originally in St Mirren's favour against McKenna. But if we're going to speak about the referee, he's got both of them wrong, hasn't he? Because he's not gave the original free kick and he's not gave the penalty either. But it's kind of evened itself out in that respect. But what a spot from whoever that was on Twitter, because I did not notice it myself in the original video.
Gogsy, what about you, mate? Do you think it was a penalty on McKenna?
No, it's a free kick to St Mirren, and the thing is, the referee's looking right at it.
Scary, isn't it? That just perfectly sums up your game, that the referee can be 6 yards away looking at that and he goes, nah, play on. I just want to shout out the 19th Commander, by the way. Donates $1.99 to the chat. Says shout out to the bogus gas man XL. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Aidan writes in, why does CJ hate Dundee United? Not got enough time to explain, mate. It was a very, very bad game of football. There's always a 0-0 game every week. But unfortunately, there was 2 this week. And Gogsy, I'm going to hand this over to you, mate, to get a couple of wee words out because your team was actually involved in the second 0-0 of the week.
Yes.
So break this down for us, mate.
So a dominant display from the Steelmen was not enough to find a breakthrough with a sort of makeshift attack against Hibernian. I thought Omionga was lucky not to be seen as a red card offence, as he was already on booking when he elbowed Donnelly in the sort of ribs. Canberra also hit the post. That was his best chance of the game after Gallagher made a mistake. Marciano also made a fantastic save from Manzinga's deflected effort. But all in all, to be honest, I can't really grumble about drawing 0-0 against Hibs because we had such a great week. And we've gained ground in Aberdeen over the last 7 days. Mm-hmm. So I'm quite content with a draw. Avoiding defeat there is a very good result, I say.
Dev, what about you, mate? Do you think the 0-0 draw was a fair result and a fair reflection on that game?
In terms of big moments within the football match, I would probably lean towards it being a fair reflection of the game. But Motherwell did dominate possession. They were very commanding in possession, over 60%. They had the vast majority of the chances. Hibs hardly had a chance, but when they did, it did fall to Canberra, and I thought that was the best chance of the match. Definitely. And it comes off the right-hand side of the post as well. He's unlucky. He's got the Obika effect there as well. I think he should probably do a bit better where he does react quickly. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on him there. And then towards the end, Manzinga as well has a big chance where Marciano, I thought that was a tremendous save from him. Because it takes he does. He's a bit hot and cold, Marciano, but that save is what he's all about on his best day, because there was a big deflection, well, a minuscule deflection, sorry, and he reacted really quickly, touches onto the crossbar, and that was enough to get Hibs the points. But if you're going on balance of play, I thought Motherwell did dominate with foot, creating enough clear-cut opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. It's weird thinking we've just talked about 2 0-0 games there back to back, but I'd actually say this game was actually a very interesting game of football, because there was chances and there was good moments, there was good wing play, there was clever, there was skill, unlike the very first match that we spoke about where it was just a dire affair. So I would say it was an entertaining 0-0, if those things actually exist. The only thing I will say is I thought the one where Motherwell should have done a wee bit better is the set piece early on in the game. They were literally a very carbon copy of a goal they scored the other week. They were Chris Long hit it low and ended up going into the net, but they tried it a wee bit different and he just kicked it straight at the goalkeeper. I thought that was very strange. Maybe he's gambling, but I think they've got to do a lot better with that chance. That's pretty much all what they had. When you go, mate.
It was exactly like the goal we scored at Kilmarnock when Carroll went for the exact same speed at the exact same free kick territory, but the keeper was too shy to save it at Kilmarnock. But Marcelo got a good punch on it. But I mean, with such a makeshift attack, I didn't really expect us to do much damage anyway.
For sure.
But it was a full debut for Ross McIver. I thought he did a good shift, but he just lack of experience there. Didn't really get into the best of positions at times to create chances.
All right, mate. So do you see this as a point gain for Motherwell or 2 points dropped?
I say, well, a lot of people have argued saying it's 2 points dropped, but I think it's a point gain because, I mean, Aberdeen didn't do anything on Sunday, so I mean, it's just another game down the clock, meaning that we're a bit closer.
When you strip it back as well, and you look back on it, Gogsy, you've got to be impressed with, as you say, you have a makeshift attack playing, and you have dominated possession still. You know, probably gone into that game last season with a makeshift attack, you'd have probably thought you would have struggled. And you dominated the game, limited Hibs, and a good informed Hibs team, because there was moments where Boyle gets the ball and Canberra gets the ball, and they're on fire right now. They're playing really well. Doidge up top as well, and you were able to. And Scott Allen, let's not forget him, is having a great season. You were able to dominate the midfield,
and right at the game,
pretty much dominate the game. So definitely look at it for that point of view, it being positive. But yeah,
perfect.
That's actually.
When you go, Gogs.
That's actually an interesting point that's been brought up. Davide Cole being a loss for us. I don't actually think he has been a loss for us. He scored 4 goals in 20 games in his time at Motherwell. He actually just signed for Doncaster today on a permanent transfer. But for me, when you're looking at a striker to play for Motherwell, you're looking for about a 1 goal to 3 game ratio. And he wasn't even making 1 to 4.
Okay. That's an interesting way. So you want a Michael Higdon? You want a big boy?
I'm wanting a Michael Higdon type player.
Goal every game.
Chris Long's got not a goal every game as such. But I think Chris Long could be that answer to our prayers, but he's been out injured the last couple of days.
Yeah, as soon as you get him back, I think he adds a wee bit of difference to your entire team. He just looks like he's got a wee bit of something. I just want to shout out Blair Mack. A bit creative, yeah. But shout out Blair Mac 72 writes, and Gogs' voice is about 5 seconds ahead of his face. It's getting better. At least we can see his face. We're moving up.
I'm trying, boys. I'm trying.
Yeah, you're doing well. You're doing well. If you close Pornhub, you might get a wee bit quicker. We might be only 2 seconds ahead. We might just be 2 seconds ahead with that one. But right, let's move on to the next game then. And believe it or not, I'm going to pick a St Johnstone game to talk about. Ooh! Goals, ladies and gentlemen, coming from St Johnstone. Holy shit. It was 2-1 versus Kilmarnock. I don't think any of us picked us St Johnstone winning this game, did we? And no predictions? I don't think many people would have, if I'm honest with you.
A couple of draws and a couple of Killie wins that we predicted for this.
Yeah, I've got to be honest with you. I'm actually impressed with how St Johnstone have been playing recently. Like, we can talk about what they've been doing over like the majority of the season, where it looks like they'd gave up before every whistle had been blown, but they're starting to trickle in some good performances now, a couple of good draws, and that win versus Kilmarnock, I'm going to be honest, they dug in at some points, but fantastic first goal as well. I thought it was a very, very good, very well worked opener. And then Stevie May actually was doing a wee bit in the first half, which I can't believe. I was like, what universe are we living in right now where Stevie May is doing bits? But Stevie May actually wins the ball and runs about 10, 15 yards with the ball, but he just slightly overruns a bit. He's shown a wee bit of hunger. He looks like he's motivated. But there is a couple of incidences we need to talk right away. The first one is going to be a penalty for Kilmarnock, because that is how Kilmarnock actually go into the game. Now, I'm going to go around to everyone first and the people in the comment section, because I want to ask you, do you think this was a penalty? And I've actually got a picture, so I'm going to ask everyone, then I'm going to show a picture. So, Dev, was that a penalty for Kilmarnock on the foul on Chris Burke?
Is it a foul? Yes. Is it in the box? Absolutely not. So it's a free kick, but it's not a penalty. For sure, it's at least a foot outside the box.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It's exact opposite the Rangers game versus Hearts at Tynecastle. Last time, remember when we got fouled inside the box and he gave it a yard out? It's the flip. The referee's consistent on that front. Gogsy, what about you, the technical ref?
Consistency, I'm going to lie.
I'm completely the same as Dev. I think maybe the referee's vision was obscured, but I'm not giving that as an excuse. He's got the help of his assistants for a reason.
That is awful, man. That is actually awful.
Giddy aunt.
Look at that.
That is shocking.
That's cutting edge technology here in the Spfl show.
There we are. Danny Sears. On you go, mate.
Oh dear.
He just wanted to say, "Oh dear."
I'm just lost words. I've forgotten what I was going to say now.
It's a shambles, and it's the fact that the referee, because St Johnstone were rightly angry, and the defender was like, "I've tackled him here," and the referee actually walked to the box. He was like, "No, you've tackled him here," and it was like 2 foot in, and I was like, "Is he all right?" Oh my god, is the ref all right?
It doesn't help the Burke jumped about 5 yards into the box.
He knows what he's doing for sure.
Burke's a clever player. And see, if I'm honest with you, yes, it wasn't a penalty kick, but I was actually quite impressed with how Burke not only scored that penalty kick, won the penalty, I say won by the way, but also played for it the entire game. Every highlight for Kilmarnock came for Chris Burke, whether it was him running for deep, whether it was a set piece, whether it was him creating something out of nothing. He's having a quietly brilliant season, and he's probably one of the better, most consistent players so far this season. But again, he's not really like a big flash in him.
Kilmarnock season.
Yeah, he's the shining light of Kilmarnock, and it's if he was playing on a better team, more people would be giving him props. But I'm sitting watching this guy play, and I'm like, he's supposed to be getting worse, not getting better. Yeah. Remember, he's 6 assists in his last game, fantastic in this game, but obviously the win ended up coming from St Johnstone after a couple of very good saves from Xander Clark. The one being from a Chris Burke free kick where Clark gets right up, right in the red basket, fantastic save. Another reaction save from Xander Clark, and that kept them in the game for St Johnstone to go ahead and win it in the 83rd minute with Witherspoon with a cushioned volley. He ran up and cushioned that like he does that every week. So composed for the lad.
Exactly how I put in my notes.
Did you see it? It was just so arrogant. It was like, I'll just turn up here.
He's a very experienced player within the division. He's been about now for a wee while. He puts that right in it.
Fantastic finish for them, and they come away with the 2-1 winners. And the only other player I want to give a wee mention to, by the way, is going to be Callum Hendry. I've spoken about him a couple of times in the show, but I feel like he's getting better and better and better. It looks like he's got a bit of sun. So St Johnstone could just have a centre forward on their hands. Dev, anything you want to say about the game?
That's 7 straight losses in the Premier League now for Kilmarnock. So sacking Alessio has done nothing for them. I thought St Johnstone were really impressive. I was also really surprised, same as you, that Stephen May was causing it in the first half. And as you say as well about Chris Burke, I mean, he is Benjamin Button at the moment. He's 36 years old, and he is by far Kilmarnock's best player so far this season. But it wasn't enough. It was revealed during the week as well by the man himself, Xander Clark, that he is called cabbage hands by his teammates because how bad he is. But that's only in training. He showed up in this game, didn't he? And he was outstanding. He was outstanding. Big cabbage hands and Parliament hands, apparently, is what his nickname is. But
nice.
But when it comes to it, he means business, and he was good this game and all.
Mark Menzies actually brings up an interesting point, and it's something I've got in my notes. Should there have been a penalty against Jason Holt for a set piece where Chris Burke, I'm going to go around and just ask everyone, it was a set piece, Chris Burke's corner, he hits it, and to be honest, the angle we've given is absolutely horrendous. That's what we've came to expect from the Scottish football, but it does look very, very strange. So I'm going to ask you, Div, first. Was that a penalty for you, yes or no?
Again, what I do is ask myself questions. So I said, is that in the natural silhouette of his body? And I'm still very unaware if it is. He looks very off balance. He looks bamboozled at the whole situation. I don't know. I would probably lean towards it not being a penalty. I think it would be very harsh.
Okay, nice. Never a handball. So you seen
it's a handball, but I just don't know if he meant it or not. I don't know.
I think you can always tell by the player's reaction, and the fact that Holt instantly turns around and looks at the ref tells me that it did hit his hand. But
I love Holt.
I know, but it's inside, like you say, it's close to his board. It's not like it's up here or anything like that. He's literally jumped like that, and it's just you surely can't give a penalty for that. If he's jumping like that, like that, you know, and it hits him there. Come on.
So I'm being devil's advocate here. There is so much time he's got to move his arm away from where the corner was taken, but from the angle of the TV, it looks like it's hit his shoulder. And that's no handball. But can I also highlight the fact the referee's not even looking at where the ball is being played?
What's he looking at, Goldie, please? I looked at that.
He's looking at the strash in the box. He's looking at the whole clump of players, and he's obviously waiting for the ball to come in, and he's not even looked at where it's actually coming from. So I don't fucking know anymore.
I just love that Jason. I've watched Jason Holt's reaction a couple of times, if I'm honest, because it just makes me laugh because he goes, and he just looks at the referee like, brilliant for Holtley, brilliant son. Hopefully there's a similar one on Wednesday.
He's like a naughty kid in nursery being told off.
No, I never handballed it.
No, it was him, sir.
But even if it did hit his hand, well, it does look like it does, I wouldn't have said that was a penalty kick. But St Johnstone picking up the performances. Tommy Wright has sprinkled magic once again where it all looks lost. Tommy Wright just seems to take the broken toys, the toys as they work in, jam them together. It might take him a bit of time, but he continues to show he's a very, very good manager who has had zero to spend now for how many seasons, Dev? What season?
Like every single season. I think we're on about 8 seasons. Is it 6? I thought it was a bit longer than that.
I think it's 6.
No, I'm pretty sure he was the man. I think his first season was 2013, so it's about 7 years.
I'll Google it.
I think his first season was
we'll lose you. His
first season was the season after Rangers played in the 3rd division. Or the season when Rangers played in the 3rd division.
Yeah.
So he's been there a fair chunk. He's had 300 games in charge actually. So
phenomenal manager, I think. Very, very underrated. Now, from a Kilmarnock perspective. What is going on with Kilmarnock? What's of the day? Is it panic stations? Yeah, again, with this new manager that's come in, Dyer, everyone says, he's the backroom stuff with Stevie Clark. He understands with the value. We want to do this. We want to go back to this style of play. It just seems to have went absolute tits up, like the exact opposite of the impact they wanted. They're actually on a worse run now than they ever were under the previous manager they sacked. So they've lost their identity. They've tried to revert back to the previous one. They've got players there that look confused and dazed. What's going wrong at Killie?
Well, under Alessio, they started off very poorly. Everybody's highlighted that. But they started to put a run of games together. They were winning games ugly.
Yeah.
And let's don't forget, they have lost some of their key players. So when you're winning games ugly, without some of these big players who were instrumental in the Steve Clark era, if you like, I think you take that. So looking back, for me, it looks like a mistake. It does, because there's been no bounce. We look over at Hearts, which I'm sure we'll go on to, and Stendo has got a bounce at the moment.
Yep.
And there's just been none. There's been none at all, Kilmarnock. There's only one player that looks like performing, and we've already spoken about him. So I think it's been a mistake.
Yeah, it's just strange that they've sacked their manager and went defensive, but yet they can't keep a clean sheet. They're playing anti-football apart the bus, and they're still shipping goals. So I don't know. I'm not going to say it's panic stations yet for Kilmarnock, but you've got to be looking at it and saying Dyer has certainly never done nothing to suggest that he should be extended beyond the summer. That's all kind of what we talked about anyway on last week's show. But anyway, let's move on to the next game, and it's back to yourself, Mr. Sharpdiv. Where would you like to go next, mate?
I would like to go to the Battle of the Plastics. It is Livingston 4, Hamilton 2. This one was at Hamilton's ground here. Livingston showed why they're the kings of the plastic in this game. They went for it. They did go behind through a Sean want goal. He just wanted it more, you know. He just wanted it more. But I thought that the reaction from Livingston was superb. The Sabald strike was brilliant. And then they take the lead just before half time as well with Lyndon Dykes. And I would also like to highlight him because last year we watched Livingston and we thought that the strikers were really good. Ollie Menga probably being the star out of everybody. But Lyndon Dykes has came in this season, and for me, he has surpassed him, and he's playing at a really good level. And he's the main man for sure. He gets a goal, and then it goes 3-1 in the second half, and they're just doing bits. The midfielders are starting to come into play, and then there's a wee mistake there for Robbie McCrory. It's a big mistake because it could get Hamilton back into the game. It does show after a really promising performance last week that he is still young. And he is going to make mistakes because it always takes goalkeepers for me a bit longer. It takes a few loan spells to break into a team because there's only one goalkeeper that can play in a match, isn't there? But he did make some good saves, and then luckily for Livingston, they go up and they get a penalty and it's tucked away. And it could have been more for Livingston. I thought they were really impressive, and they showed that they've got a lot of talent within their ranks and they're a solid outfit.
Gogsy, before I go to yourself, mate, I just want to shout out to one of you guys watching, because last week when we do the predictions, I distinctly remember reading out this game and then someone saying a 6-goal thriller. Like someone, so
they've called it.
Shout out to them. All right, what's the lottery numbers, mate? Come on, let us know, eh? The one thing we did talk about the Robbie McCrory there, and I think that mistake did affect him just a little bit. It's always going to affect young goalkeepers as well, because at the last cross in the game as well, he nearly drops one in his net again. But I wouldn't say that was panic stations. I think he just needed just to get out of that game now and get back to doing what he does. He's a very, very talented young goalkeeper. He had a fantastic debut, making save after save. Still made a couple of very good saves in this game as well. Let's not forget about that. But yeah, he did make the mistake there. But the game, which was a fantastic advert for Scottish football, besides like the Old Firm and stuff like that, because it was just two teams going at it, the game was slightly blighted by a very, very strange incident that's not getting talked about anywhere. And I find this very odd. And now I always mess up how to pronounce this lad's name. Dev, help me out. How do you say it? Suda. That's it. Suda. So, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, Suda is substituted off. And as he's walking off, he doesn't shake his guy's hand. He actually takes a couple of steps away and then volleys a ball and absolutely smashes it down the tunnel that nearly takes the poor wee Stewart and puts him through the entire door and then storms down the tunnel. And I mean storms down the tunnel. Now, I'm not sure what caused the incident. Does any of you know what the hell happened with the lad and why is he reacting to that when his team is playing so well and they're winning the game? Anything?
No idea. No idea at all. I mean, it's 4-2 at that point in time, and he's actually had a really good performance within that. The full of the Livingston team was performing to a really high level, and he's really put a negative look on it completely because now a lot of fans that have seen the highlights to that are questioning it. What's he doing there? I mean, firstly, I think it's really disrespectful to the player who's coming on the park, his teammate, and then
he's like that, like a dick.
Exactly, and then secondly, his manager that's entrusted him to play and probably been really impressed with his performance. I mean, it's 4-2. You're coming off the pitch. I don't think there's any need for it, and I don't think we'll see him the next game. I certainly would have him away for a few games for sure till he learns his lesson because that was just embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. Something I find is equally as embarrassing is the fact that there's no media, there's no outrage from pundits or that. Because I can tell you, sir, if it was any
probably not seen it.
It's probably then a Gogsy. You can for a fact where I'm going with this.
Excuse me.
Centre forward for Colombia, I think they would be absolutely burning down eyebrows trying to find out why this happened. But the fact that no one is talking about it is freaking me the hell out because it's so unnecessary. He's playing so well. He's getting substituted off and he fucking freaks it.
There would be an inquest into has the dressing room split if that happened at other clubs. And Livingston have just went on there and showed what they're all about. 4-2, smashed it. No, I don't understand it, Phil. It's moronic.
No, I employ everyone that is currently watching this live stream. If you don't know what we're talking about, if you go into the Spfl channel and stuff like that and check the highlights, if you skip right to the very end, you can see what we're talking about. It's baffling. But before we carry on, I just want to shout out Blair Mac. Also, Blair Mac 72 donates 199. Thank you so much. He goes, imagine Helicopter Sunday V2, but with the Dykes. It could happen. It could happen indeed. The Dugout Football Channel, who is a Livingston fan, actually nailed this so perfectly. He goes, at least he didn't do a Michael Stewart at that door. Now, if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, that's when Michael Stewart stormed off the park but then fell when trying to kick a football.
That's karma, innit? That's just his karma coming back to bite him in the ass, literally.
Yeah. So if any Livingston fans are actually watching, I'd love to know what your opinion is based on that, because he has played so well, your team's playing so well, should be all plaudits, but one of your players just freaks out because he's substituted off and fucking nearly decapitates Stewart. Well, takes his shin off, but you get what I'm saying. It was an absolute belter. It's probably the best shot he'd done all day, if I'm honest with you. If he was hitting that more consistently, maybe he'd have stayed on the park. But Gogs, anything you want to add, mate? Should the referee have took something into this?
Yeah.
They booked him. The ref booked him, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's done his job then, but that's the sort of behaviour that merits a booking.
Yeah. It was just madness. But again, let's not take too much away from the actual game itself. It was a fantastic game of our Scottish football. Now, Gogsy, we're back to yourself, son. Where would you like to go next?
Fantastic. Well, spoiled for choice, aren't we? I'm going to go with Celtic 3, Ross County 0. A routine win for Celtic in spite of a slow start with the Staggies. 3 great chances with Mullen, Spfl and Killie. How they did not score is beyond me. Because
then he asked me.
Celtic were so defensively poor in that first half. And then they finally woke up with that goal. I'm sorry, boys. This must be painful for you.
Oh,
but McGregor penalty in 37 minutes woke Celtic up. And then second half substitution with Edouard coming on, scoring twice within 5 minutes. Sealed the deal for the home side as they extended the lead at the top.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting game because obviously Celtic did win 3-0 and that's obviously a great performance, a great result for them. But it is quite harsh on Ross County because when I watched this game, I was like, holy shit. Ross County's actually gone toe-to-toe with Celtic and they've created the better chances. They had 3 one-on-ones. The first boy thought he was Dykes, tried to chip Foster. Didn't happen. All right, you know Dykes, son. Calm yourself. The other year he misses from 6 yards out and he fucking rolls it wide. Yeah. I want to check to see if he had a bet on because that was disgusting. How's he hit that wide? And then the other chance in the game as well, he's through and I suppose it's a good save by Foster, but come on. They should be scoring that one. But anyway, Celtic did themselves create a couple of chances and the penalty incident is a very, very, very strange one. I just want to know your thoughts because even in the comments, even Celtic fans are saying it's never a penalty and laughing about it. So I want to know what your thoughts are about this, but not all of them, I should say. I would say it's very interesting when you look at the comments. But Div, penalty or no penalty?
Unfortunately, I do not have a bionic eye. I cannot insert my eyes and turn the video into a 3D image for myself. I don't know. I genuinely don't. I think it's a penalty. That's just my original thoughts. I think he takes his legs. But the angle is so poor for me. Obviously, I wasn't in the game, so it's very hard to tell. From the angle that I did see, I think he takes his legs.
To me, I'm just gonna flip it on the exact opposite. I don't care. I don't have an absolute Scooby-Doo.
That's what the referees is going on in their heads. 90% of decisions. Yeah. Oh, my fucking clue, mate.
Like, how does even the referee? My whole thing is, how does he point to the spot instantly when there's a guy standing in front of him that's blocking his view? Like he goes, as soon as it goes.
That's a good point.
Like, how does it? Like, instantly, Gogsy. Like, there's a fucking guy blocking his view. What's going on?
The way I see it though is the boy's running through and he's impeded straight away. Like it's a quick turn of pace, and the defender just trips him up. That's the way I saw it through the highlights.
Yeah,
but the cameras again, it's just not very convincing at all. Like, I'm just trying to look, because he's off the screen when where it is.
Sack the cameraman.
It's like the lens ends here and the foul is here. It just doesn't help at all.
No, bro. You can see Matthew Duff's actually something writing on something I've actually seen from the level-headed Celtic fans, and then they just talk about the Rangers game there. But he's actually writing, and I was at the game, it was never a penalty. And Matthew, I think the same, but I genuinely can't. I'm not want to come out here and just be saying, "Oh, it's never a penalty." I do think the player's reaction and the defender's reaction kind of tells me a wee story as well, given the fact that he's like, when he hears the whistle, that he doesn't look like he's guilty. Like we kind of talked about Jason Holt, he kind of goes, "Wait, what's the whistle for?" And then he's like, "Are you fucking wait? What?" That to me just tells me a wee story. I don't know what it's saying, but anyway, Celtic, as soon as they get that lead, I think they created several opportunities to win this game. Yes, Ross County had clear goal-scoring opportunities, but so did Celtic. They forced the goalkeeper into making 2 fantastic saves. And you bring on Edouard, and he does what he does. He's clinical, and he changes the game once again for Celtic when he does step on that park with 2 fantastic finishes, especially the second one. He's barely out of his second gear. He just opens his body up and passes it into the back of net. I thought that was a truly fantastic goal for him, and that was the game. But Ross County fans, when you go, mate? He sort
of just glides past the defender for the second goal and just passes it into the far corner.
It was very, very brilliant. Just opens his body up and passes it in the net. But I'm sure if you're a Ross County fan, I'm even sure some of these Ross County players will be thinking to themselves, "We really fucked that badly." Because I don't think they'll ever play. I think we could say they'll ever play a Celtic defence all over the place like that ever again. Yeah. Because Celtic had so much, they were all over the place at the back. Obviously,
that was a chance.
Definitely, mate. Neil Lennon has talked about they're obviously having makeshift and stuff like that, so they're still trying to work on it, try and get better. I'm sure they will get better, but Ross County, I mean, you've got to be gutted at that one. But again, Celtic come away with the 3-0. Anything else we want to talk about in this game of football?
Well, it's just that it's a recurring theme at the moment for Celtic at the back. With the long ball, it seems to be an issue, and they attack Simonovic pretty much for every single one of them. And yeah, they should have done a lot better. They just should have. But then in the end, Celtic deserve the win because they bring Odsonne Edouard on. He's a difference maker yet again. A lot of people who are being fair on Ross County will say that they were very much in that game, even going into half time 1-0 down, and he comes on, he just changes the game because that's what he does for Celtic. He's a massive player for them, and he takes especially his second goal really well. I thought it was interesting as well that Neil Lennon changed the shape again. Now that's the 3rd match in a row where the shape has been different each and every single one. And it'll just be very interesting to see what he does going forward, especially St Johnstone in the next match. St Johnstone are in really good form. Does he go with the 2 up front again? Which is mad to say. It's absolutely ludicrous for me to say. Stevie May could be a threat in this game. I mean, that's how far we're getting.
I'll tell you something.
Take all the circumstances into effect, it could be.
I'll tell you something right now. If Stevie May scores, I'm buying a fucking St Johnstone shirt and it's gone there. I'm telling you right now, mate. If I'll be here next week with a St Johnstone top with Stevie May on the back, say that right there. It's there. Come on, Stevie. Ken said he's going to miss for a year, don't he? He's going to fucking hit the bar or something for a year. That's what he does.
It's too good to be true,
isn't it? It's written in the stars.
He'll round the goalkeeper, have no one on him, and he'll somehow hit the bar. Because he'll try to be smart. Kedson, it's the hope that kills you, but I can actually see that.
Hope that kills you, there you go.
But anyway, let's move on to the next game then, shall we? And I've already had my say, obviously, on the Rangers game. So, Div, I'm unfortunately going to fire this back over to you, mate, because I don't want to just repeat everything that I'm sure some of you guys that's tuning into today's videos already heard me say. But there is one other game to talk about, so over to yourself, mate.
Yep, that is Hearts 2, Rangers 1. I don't know what to say. I just don't. We go to bottom of the table, who up until this game didn't really have that much of a bounce. I mean, I spoke about earlier Stendhal getting the bounce off them in this match, but before that they didn't. They were up to Ross County. They drew 0-0 there. They didn't look threatening at all. Ross County had a few opportunities, but in this game Hearts were superb. There was a massive shift in the personnel. He had Sibic in, which is a new signing. He played in the middle of the park and then he moved out to left back. I thought he was really impressive. He gave Irvin a chance, Henderson, Moore. He had White at left back. He had Clare at right back, who's also, I believe, been a very positive player for them since he's come in. He's actually a player who's stepped up. But for me, the most influential newest player that they've brought into the fold is Boyce. And straight for the word go, he was a problem for Rangers. He wasn't having a lot of opportunities, but he was doing something that none of the other Hearts strikers have done this season. He was holding the ball up. He was bringing players out of play. He was winning fouls. He was being a nuisance. And he was exceptional, and he ends up getting the winning goal. The first half, it just kind of passed us by. There was probably a 5 to 10 minute point where we passed the ball okay-ish, but Hearts were the better team in terms of pressure. The game plan worked magnificently. You go into the second half, you get the early goal. There's 2 substitutions. Ryan Jack's off, John Flanagan's off. I'm sure we'll talk about John Flanagan at some point in this conversation. The both of them go off, and we get the goal. And you're thinking, you're not playing too well, but you've got to go now. If you can get the settings, you can get the 3 points. But credit again to Hearts, they reacted magnificently. They get the equaliser.
We gifted them a fucking equaliser.
He's gifted it. Glenn Kamara did not have a great game at all. He didn't. He's lackadaisical in the ball. You can't take 5, 6, 7 touches in your own half with a feisty team who want to get at you. And I believe it's Boyce who kicks the ball through and they get the goal.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate, but that's where Rangers concede for.
So if you look at that picture, you're thinking to yourself, how have you conceded for this point? And to run it forward a wee bit, Glenn Kamara, as I just alluded to, takes about 8 touches of the football, 18. And maybe 18, maybe 20, maybe more.
I'm trying to fucking
the Hearts player, he gets a touch on it, and you know what? It's a great move after that. They get a wee bit of luck with a slip from Goldson, but it's a great finish. It's in the back of the net. Can Rangers now react to it? They cannot. They just cannot. And Rangers have not played well at all since coming back for this break. I don't know if it's complacency. I don't know if it's mistakes made again in this training camp. I don't know what it is. Could not put a finger on it. But Rangers have not turned up, but also credit Hearts because I thought the game plan was exceptional. And they get the winner. They get the winner through Boyce. And they deserve the 3 points in the end. But I will say, before I let you guys talk for a wee bit, Rangers had, although Hearts were really, really pressuring us, massive opportunities in this football match.
Golden.
We had Ryan Kent through 1-on-1, puts it over the bar. We had Joe Aribo through 1-on-1, does a slide tackle and misses. We also had Jermaine Defoe through a couple of times where his legs just fail him and the defender gets back in. So there was massive moments for Rangers in this football match. But Hearts took the big moments when it counted and they take the 3 points. That's it.
There's something I want to say as well about Stindl. Obviously, he made loads of personnel changes because everyone's pointing saying, he's lost to the bottom of the league, blah, blah, blah. They're this and this team better than them. He did make a lot of changes and every single one of them stuck to the game plan perfectly. And they weren't parking the bus or anything like that. They went for it. And what really was the taking away that I came from, like, I try and obviously not put the frustration for a Rangers fan to one side. If you're a Hearts fan, he was playing Rangers and he made 2 positive substitutions to bring on 2 other forwards and was playing 4 forwards versus Rangers at 1-1.
When he's bottom of the league.
When he's bottom of the league, where a point would have done everything for them.
Yeah.
And most people would go defensive and hold on. But this guy, that's not his philosophy. He wants to play a certain way. He wants to play attacking. He wants to win games. And him being brave with his substitution is what caught us because Gerrard was too slow to react. Yes, he made 2 changes at half time and it did work for 10 minutes, but as soon as they made the change again, we didn't react quick enough to what was actual changes. We were constantly under pressure because they're fucking a guy on every single one of your defenders. We didn't react quick enough. Hearts were completely hungry, chasing down everything. Like I said in the prediction video, every time they play Rangers, they're so motivated. If they could play Rangers every week, they'd be in the top 2. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was very disappointed in Rangers in the way that they just never played football because 1 or 2 passes and you're in. And we showed that with the chances that we created. But even Stephen Davis, who we obviously love, and Dev, you're probably the biggest Stephen Davis fan. I know that. I said in yesterday's video, that's the worst performance I've seen him play ever for Rangers. Like, he was all over the shop. And when you've got someone as consistent and someone as brilliant in that, on the part the whole game and not getting the fit on, for me, that just says it was awful from a Rangers perspective. But for Hearts, they forced Rangers into being awful because they didn't give them time. They went did. Because I'm not like Ryan 118 who says, Celtic were pish. That's why Rangers better. No, the opposition made them pish in that game.
They were absolutely superb. They were brilliant.
Said.
And
well said.
They've done that previously against Rangers earlier on the season, but it only lasted 15 or 20 minutes. So when Rangers were able to ride the storm, get the goal, I was asking the question, again, internally, asked myself some questions. Will they tire? They did not. They didn't. They were in our faces for their full 90 minutes, and inevitably they wanted it more to go to the Stephen Davis performance. I agree with you. And I can honestly sit here and confidently say that I believe on his day, which was probably Celtic part as well, being one of his best performances, he's the best player in Scotland. There's nobody that comes close to him, in my opinion. But this game, it was very bad, and I don't want to just single him out because there was probably another 8 or 9 players who were not on it. But one guy I want to give some credit to end it on a positive is Matt Polster, and he comes in. USA, yes, he comes on at half time for John Flanagan. Matt Polster hardly kicked a ball all season, probably 2 seasons at that. And he was very positive for Rangers. He was very confident in the ball. He showed traits of Tavernier. If you're going to try and bring somebody in who can play similar to him and be a bit attacking, be confident in the ball. John Flanagan is not the answer. Matt Polster, on judging that 45 minutes, is the answer for the time being. Because I thought he was brilliant. And everybody will point towards Tavernier missing being points to why Rangers didn't win and all that sort of stuff. And yes, he's a massive miss. But they're also forgetting the last 45 minutes of that game. Our best player was the right back, and that was Matt Polster. Yep. Obviously, we've got key players missing and that sort of stuff, but I don't really want to get into that because on the day, I give them the credit because they were superb. So they were, and there was a lot of young players who stepped up. I was really impressed with Henderson, Irvin. They were brilliant. In the left back, White, who's an older player, who's been second fiddle this season to Hickey. He was brilliant as well. He went off at half time. I just thought they were better than us on the day. I don't think it's panic stations because at the end of the day, that's the second game domestically. Rangers have lost. So everybody plays bad.
Just unfortunately, all played bad at once.
Exactly. And we weren't able to get the result. It's no panic stations. It's no this or that. You've got to be severely naive if on the 29th of December you believe that was the last pendulum swing.
We stayed on the show
for sure. Don't get over emotional about this result, thinking that that's the league done now, because there's a lot of games to play. So there's no panic stations for sure.
Aye, definitely. Gogs, before we finish up with yourself, mate, there's one other. I thought Hockett was very good as well, especially with his handling of the phone. He was the one that actually got the challenge in on Kamara, by the way, that then eventually led the goal. But something we talked about with Boyce, I don't think any of us have mentioned, but when the signing was done, we were all talking in the we've got a wee group chat and WhatsApp, and we all says that is the signing Hearts needed to make, and that is going to be the reason they shoot up the league. And fucking unfortunately for us, for once in my life, I was right about Sahan because the bastard scored an hour later. The whole fucking threw the way league. Oh, this player's pish. Get rid of him. He's not good enough. A week ago they were winning the league and everyone was happy. Like we said when we came on the show, as much as we made fully Ryan 118, there's still going to be twists. There's still going to be turns. Both teams do have good things with them and bad things with them. Celtic's defence is still leaky, and if any Ross County players would have been able to hit the target in that game, that could have been interesting. But I do find a very interesting similarity between the two games. One, you've got Celtic coming away being shaky, Ross County not taking their opportunities, and they're coming away with the 3 points. But in the Rangers' point of view, and then from a Rangers' point of view, you gave Hearts, what did they have, 2 opportunities in the entire game and they got both of them?
Yeah.
And it just shows you how funny football can be. One team can have so many chances, miss every one, and the Lion could get 2 and score it. That's what football is going to be, and that's why I say it's going to be up and down and twists and turns. Sure. And I'm going to have more grey hairs. I'll probably be Richard Gere by the time we come to May. But I'm not going to freak out and be like, well, so is my missus, to be fair.
No, I wasn't trying to correct you there. I was just going to say I believe it's St Johnstone will be a hard task for Celtic in midweek.
Every game's hard. Every apart from when Aberdeen play Celtic. That's an easy one for them. But Gog says, is there anything else you want to say in the game?
I just want to start a statistic. It's Rangers' first away domestic defeat of the season.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Gogsy. Fucking appreciate that, mate. As you fucking off the Christmas card list. Anything else you want to talk about, Gogsy? Huh?
Oh, that's a great statistic.
I'm delighted with it. Thanks for that. Great. Nah. Obviously, we have to move on, but thankfully, we have the perfect opportunity on Wednesday, and that kind of leads us perfectly into where we're going to go next. We've obviously got games we're going to be predicting, but there is the old 5 players of the week and the goal of the week to talk about. So this is going to be very interesting to see, because yes, there were shock results, but different players I think were playing. So I think there could be very different in the top 5. So I'll start with yourself, Gogsy. Who's your top 5 players of the week?
Oh, right. So I've gone with. I struggled for a 5th, so I've gone with James Scott, who absolutely rinsed the right back for Hibs on Saturday. Unfortunately, no end product.
Is that him that pegged him at the start?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Like some say, the boy's still looking for his admission price to get back in. Number 4, I've gone with Pittman. I thought he was solid. 2 goals in 2 games for him as well. 3, Marciano, kept Hibs in the game. 2, Edouard, and 1, Liam Boyce.
Div?
Yeah.
I have got Witherspoon in at number 5. Shows up my big moment. I've actually got Marvin Bartley in at number 4. Never get the chance to speak about him in the wee breakdown, but I thought that he's a fundamental part to why Livingston are so good, and I thought he was very good in the game as well. Just in front of him, I've put in Sebald at number 3, who again just signed a new contract with Livingston. He was on fire technically. Superb, Falkirk lad. So CJ likes him. Number 2, I've went with Boyce, who was superb. Even I thought with an injury for probably about the 65th minute. And then number 1, I went with Edouard because he scores a brace and he changes the game completely.
Well, that's interesting, because I've got at number 5. I went with Chris Buck, because I thought even in a losing effort, once again he was outstanding. Obviously, he scored a goal, created 3 or 4 other golden opportunities, came very close to scoring. And number 4, I actually went to the guy that was kind of stopped him from going higher on the list. I went to Xander Clark for making those 2 vital saves for St Johnstone, especially the free kick one for me, because they kind of these saves keeps teams in the game, and then that gave Witherspoon the opportunity to go ahead and win it. Number 3, I've actually went with Sebald, because I just thought he was outstanding. First goal was brilliant, and he was a driving force all day. Not the biggest lad in the world, but he seems to get stuck in, and he fits the Livingston mould very well. Now, number 2 is actually where I had a lot of difficulties, and I'm actually going to go with the guy I've got on my list, and that's actually going to be Rocky Marciano, as I like to call him. I thought he made a couple of fantastic saves in the game of football. Sorry, Gogsy, but he's going to make it in there. And number 1, we actually share the exact same number 1. I've actually went with Edouard as well. He came on, changed the game, showed his quality, showed his class, and won the game for Celtic with his 2 goals as well. And some people's going to say, "Oh, you're no went with a Hearts player or something like that." It's got nothing to do with it. I genuinely just went from the 5 best players I think for the weekend. I was half tempted to put Hockett in at number 2, but I'm going to go with Rocky, because that's who I had on my list as well. So let's see what the people's had to say then. Adam Oliver goes in, Alan Campbell, 4 at Sebald, 3 Marciano, 2 Boyce, and 1 Edward. Hey, Gogsy's a fan of that one. Matthew Duff writes in Edouard at 1, Boyce at 2. Sorry, mate, you fucking threw me that one. Boyce at 2, Marciano at 3, McGregor at 4, and Sebald at 5. Tony Murray writes in Boyce 1, 2 Naismith, 3 Hockett, 4 Irvin, 5 Clare. Right?
Well, he's a Hearts fan.
Aye. Then what? At least Bear's no fucking there, display picture, all right?
It's actually a display picture,
though. You've snuck Bear on the list as well, Tony. I can't believe you've done that, son. And Connor Mitchell writes in 5 at Dykes, 4 Pittman, 3 Marciano, 2 Edouard, and 1 Civic S. Very underrated player. Yeah, you're a very good.
A lot of love.
Yeah, he was very impressive. Very young. Right, so let's go with our goal of the week then. I think, again, this will be interesting to see, because it wasn't a real standout. So I'm actually going to go first. And my first one, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go with Sebald. I've went with Sebald. Yeah, equaliser. First time cushion volley. Like it. You, Div?
I'm actually going with Ryan Kent's goal, because I thought the build-up play was superb. It was a great finish.
I can't even think about that fucking goal, because I say, really? Yes. We're going to do it for 4 minutes, no do it the fucking rest of the game?
Yeah. There you go.
Woosah, can I keep it calm? And Gogsy?
I also will go with Ryan Kent's goal. Fantastic.
Oh, fuck off.
And fantastic finish as well. Take it well.
Get son, I want to live in the alternative universe where that finishes the last goal of the game. Because if there's an infinite amount of universes and everything's got a counter reaction, there's a universe there that we won that 1-0. And that's where I want to live.
I want to live in the world where the boy Civic actually stays on the park and Boyces, the injured player who goes off. That's the world I want to live in.
Some people saying, shouting at Ryan Kent goal all day. Yeah, it was a brilliant goal, lads, but I just can't think about it. Jay Ritson, Naismith's goal, yeah, it was a very good finish. Luke O'Hara also goes, Ryan Kent's goal was very good. Ryan Kent's goal was getting a lot of love, actually. Blair Mack, Kent's goal, and the dugout racing. Pittman's goal versus Hamilton. Brilliant passing movement and a fab finish from Pittman as well. Someone else is very underrated, I think, as well. Gogs had mentioned it there, putting in performances and getting goals now as well. But as Ryan 118, isn't he here, thankfully? We're going to be doing the old prediction ons, and that bastard's won the last twice. And he's bet me by 1 point 2 weeks in a row. I'm sick of this. So I'm no fan
of to pick up my game, by the way. I seem to be all right at picking the winners and all that, but we're only getting a point for that. I might get some correct scores on the board.
I'm not fanning about this week, all right? Because that arsehole's getting cocky in the chat. So this is it. Dev, hit me with the predictions. Let's
do it. Well, we've actually got 7 games because we'll do the midweek ones because there's only 2. And then we'll go into some of the weekend games as well. We'll start off with Rangers at home to Ross County. CJ, let's go.
You just see when I'm fucking hyped up, you have to ask me the one question I'm not going to answer, so I'll lose my focus. Is that what we're doing? You're going to have to find out the day before, which is, I think, tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow.
What? Yes. Yeah, thank you, Gogs. I think what day it is. Find out tomorrow for content. Gogs?
Wow.
I think Rangers need a big performance, so I'm going to go 4-0 Rangers.
We're getting on to the predictions just as Gogs's Wi-Fi starts to fail, which is tremendous.
Oh, did it?
Also, you're just, I can hear him. I can still hear you. You're just turning more into a pixel as we speak, basically. It's like Avengers all over again. I'm going to go 2-0 to Rangers. Bouncing back. Morelos is back for this game as well, which I cannot wait to see his face. I just can't wait. It's going to be glorious. I'm going 2-0 to Rangers.
Perfect.
What's the people saying?
Sorry, I am just so thrown. Cammy writes in 4-0 to Rangers. Backs you up there, Gogsy. Michael goes in 3-1 to Rangers. Luke O'Hara goes a tight 1-0 to Rangers. Tony goes 5-0. Sorry, Tony, I've missed that there, mate. 5-0 to Rangers. Bob writes in 1-0 to County. And Christopher Walker writes in 2-0. Not the Christopher Walker, I don't think. Oh, that's Walker. But anyway, let's carry on with the next one.
The next one is St Johnstone versus Celtic. I'll kick us off with this. Honestly, I'm just going to answer with my heart here. I don't even care about anything. I'm going 1 each in this one. And I think I might get 3 points for this. I really do. CJ?
Well, mate, it's funny you say that because when I was thinking about the game, no jokes, I was also thinking 1-1. And the big Maister's getting a shot right there. I'll tell you that. That's worth an extra point. If it's me, I'll surely get an extra point. If it's me. Come on.
Splendid.
Let's go.
I think so. Let's do it.
1 each.
Gogged it.
2-1 Celtic.
Get it right.
You've got to bring it down. Jesus. Okay.
Fucking honestly. Luke O'Hara writes in 3-1 to Celtic. Wolf writes in 3-0. The dugout writes in 1-0 to Sid Johnson. You're a good lad. You're a good lad, son. We love to see that. Christopher writes in 3-0 to Celtic. Easy writes in 1-0 to St Johnson. Always liked you, Scotty. Always liked you, son. Blair also goes, you know what? I can see a 0-0. Can you imagine if that's the 0-0 of the week? Ryan 118 will genuinely be so pissed off.
There's always one.
Alistair backs up saying 0-0. I can't wait till Ryan watches this bit back and he's furious that Nene has picked the Rangers win apart from Gogsy. Can't wait. Right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, wait, sorry.
Moving on. The people. No.
There's one more I want to read. Because with Mark Menzies, 1-1. Jason Hall picks out the top corner in the last minute. Also up on the wall, mate. He's there, if that happens. Right, let's go.
Anybody that does anything in the game's up on the wall, by the way. Moving on to the weekend's game. It's Hibs versus St Mirren. Gogsy, do you want to kick us off on this?
I'm going to go 2-0 win for Hibs.
2-0 win to Hibs. CJ?
I'm actually going to go a Hibs win as well, but I'm going to go 1-0 to Hibs.
Oh, well,
I'm
I'm actually going to go for a 0-0 of the week.
Hey!
I'm going to back Hibs for 2 0-0s in a row. I'm just throwing away points at this. I'm just actually throwing away points, aren't I?
No, I'm taking that.
I've said it. It's been clipped.
It's clipped. Chaz, sorry, writes in 2-1. Stevie May Screamer. I think that was the previous one. Billy, unless he's signed for them, who knows? Billy K writes in 2-1 to Hibs. Owen Kelly, sorry, writes in 1-0 to Hibs. Redwood Squirrel 3-0 to Hibs. Alistair Hardy backs at Mirren 2-1 to them. Brian writes in 2-1 to Hibs, and Aidan also backs Hibs with a 2-0 victory as well.
Well, the next game, it's Kilmarnock versus Ross County. I'm going 0-0. CJ?
0-0, mate. It's my 0-0 of the week, honestly. It is.
I'm going 1-0 Ross County.
1-0 to Ross County. Well, if I was going to go either way, I'd probably went with that.
Have you seen their finishing?
That's what I mean.
That's what I mean. With a fucking shotgun.
We've got Killie, who just haven't won in donkeys.
Killie just lose every game.
Killie haven't won in the league since the 23rd of November. And then you've got Ross County that just throw away golden edge opportunities. Like it's gone out of fashion.
Aye, brilliant for the bastards. Wolf writes in 2-2. Andrew writes in 10 -9. I don't know how Kelly's getting -9, but Ken under Dyer. Going to question it. Christopher writes in 2-0 to Kelly. Jay writes in 1-1. And Aidan writes in Kelly or just Dyer. Well done, we like to see that.
I was waiting for that.
No. Jamie Townsend writes in 2-1 to Ross County. And Cammy McFarlane, who is the long-time viewer of the show, is a Kilmarnock fan. He's went 4-0 to County. He's doing the Gogsy approach. He's thinking.
He's just...
I like that for Cammy. I really do.
Cheeky for Cammy. Right, next.
Right, over at the Spaghetti Hat, it's Livingston versus your boys, the Steelmen, Motherwell.
Yeah.
Again, I'll kick us off. Why no? 2-0 to Livingston. CJ?
Yep. Well, you know, I've got a thing on this show. One of the things I always say is I never, ever back against Livingston at their park. Like, I never have, even with the Celtic in. I got that spot on as well when they bet Celtic. So I'm going to back them again. Sorry, Gogs. But I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Livingston. 2-1.
I've literally just booked my tickets today for the game. It's about 50 quid for the day out. Livingston they've won their last 4 games. And they also just pumped Aki's. I'll take a draw. Go 1 each.
Score draw.
Happily take a draw.
Blair Mac 72 writes in 1-0 to Gogs AFC. We'll love to see that.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Luke O'Hara writes in Livingston 1-0. Ben writes in 2-0. I think that is to Livingston. Oh, sorry, 2-1. Sorry, he's corrected it with that one. Christopher Scott writes in 3-1 to the Well. And the Dugout Football Channel writes in 3-1 to Motherwell. We are due a win versus the Steelmen.
Back onto the Saints, and they're playing Hearts. Now, I'm expecting the Saints to get a massive result midweek. So, again, I'm going to go with them. I'm actually going to go 2-1 to St Johnstone.
Really?
I react to that.
Ooh.
What do you say?
I'm going to go Hearts because I think this is the turning point now. They needed a result, starting to pick their beliefs up. I think with the change in personnel, changing so many players, they've got an 11 now. The challenge is there for the manager. Brave, 3-0 to Hearts.
Oh, my decades.
Gone for it, mate.
If that happens, I'll put up a picture of Stephen Naismith behind me.
I don't want that to happen. I hope I'm wrong.
Goggles.
This is my 0-0 of the week. I can't do this one.
Yeah, I suppose, mate. You're going to be probably spot on with that. I've got a feeling. Let's see. People writing in 1-1 from there. So there's a score draw that comes from the dugout. Tony writes in 2-0 to Hearts. Alistair writes in 3-0 to Hearts. Luke also backs Hearts in this game, 2-0. A lot of people starting to go with him. Andrew writes in 4-0 to St Johnstone. No, he's flipped it. Stevie May with a lot of... If that happens, he's on the wall. He's back up. Back to back. He's got 2 chances this week. He's fucking gone for it. Next game, mate.
The next one is Rangers versus Aberdeen. Probably the biggest game on the Saturday. Gogsy, you look like you were in that. What's your score prediction?
I need you to come up for this. I need you to turn out for this one.
See that with no conviction whatsoever, like we don't believe that we can.
I know, like it's something that they shouldn't have. I don't know.
No, it's because it's Aberdeen's Cup final, isn't it?
Hey, I like it when Gogsy says it because then they kind of click me and say, "Oh, CJ's better." I like it when Gogsy says it. Well done, Gogsy.
So what is your score for that?
That is their life.
3-1 Rangers.
3-1 to Rangers.
I've always liked you, Gogsy. That's why you're still here. No, like that fucking specky chwat. That's why he's kicked off. Right, Dev?
I'm going 4-0 to Rangers.
Oh,
you know what? It's one of the ones where the last two performances have been poor for me in terms of my predictions, so I'm just going to go mental this week. 4-0 Rangers. CJ?
You have to find out the day before because that's my content. I can't ever say your name, mate. I honestly can't. Ken, I can't even say it. Owen.
Owen Kelly. Owen. That's one of the most generic names I've ever heard.
Sorry. Writes in 1-0 to Rangers. It's because I'm tired of it for a fucking day. Wolf writes in 3-0 to the Teddies. Thomas writes in Rangers will beat Aberdeen at Ibrox. I hope you're right, Thomas. Billy Kay writes in 4-0 to Rangers. And Blair Mack, the legend himself, writes in 5-0 to Rangers. Ryan Jack with all 5. Kiss the badge for the first 4 and do a cunt style kung fu kick to an Aberdeen fan. I would hate to see that. Ken, if that happens, he's on the fucking wall. He's there. He's right there. He's there. He's right there.
There we go.
Oh, brilliant.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a
fine. There's one more game. There's one more game. The Sunday game. It's Hamilton versus Celtic. And I expect Celtic to come back strong after drawing with Johnstone during the week. And I think they'll win that one. 3-0. 3-0.
I'm kind of thinking the same. I think you'll see a response after the drop points to Stevie May. So I'll go with Celtic 4-0, mate. 4-0.
What was it?
I'm going to go with 1-0 Celtic win.
Struggling to get the heats back up after the thing.
Matthew writes in 6-1 to Celtic. Sorry, that's 7 goal thriller. Jesus Christ. Alistair writes in, hopefully he's all right. I don't know what that is referring to. Sorry, mate. Cammy writes in 0-0. Billy K writes in 1-1. I love these comments, honestly. Genuinely pick me up. Then that happens. Dobby writes in 4-0 to Celtic. Easy flips it and goes 4-0 to Rangers, even though they're not playing. I think I've scrolled up too high. And Jamie writes in Celtic. So there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, if I've got to be honest with you, I was like, this week's show, shite week, because the results wasn't looking forward to that much. But once again, the chat and you guys have made it quite a fun show, so I'd greatly appreciate that, boys, and I've definitely enjoyed being here. But if you want to tell them where they can find you on the internet, Div?
YouTube.com/sharpdiv and sharpdiv on Instagram.
Is there any timescale on this epic penalty challenge? Because I'm not want to spoil anything or telling people, but there is a video you've been working on and it's going to be a belter. Is there any...
Hopefully I can get it out next week, mate. That would be great.
Oh, look forward to that.
Yes.
That'll be good indeed. Gogsy99er, where can they find you, bro?
Yeah. On YouTube at Gogsy99 and on Instagram at GogsySan.
Follow me on TikTok as well. Sharpdiv with 2
you're
V's.
Not one of those virgins, are you? Fuck's sake, man.
Oh, really? I'm getting called the V word after you, Gogsy. Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure I seen you on that. I seen you on one of the Facebook videos where they go and confront. No, in fact, I'm not even going to get into that. Actually, anyway. I just want to say, got the comment of the week. He said, "Good stream, boys. Even though I don't like any of yous." Well done. That's the way to do it, boys. That's the way. Cheers, Matthew. I love that.
Matthew. The feeling's mutual. But anyway, that's going to be. He's just here to see if Ryan was here. Let's be fair. But let's wrap up today's video. Then, thank you so much for watching and getting involved as always. It's a greatly appreciated, and we'll see you next week as well. Thank you and bye.